Okay. This... I'm still running into issues with my composition. I can change my composition. I just don't want to.
A test for my magic. Simply say the word.
Also a lot of work to do so. Alright. That guy's a sucker fool.
I'm on my way. Got the sting of a scorpion. I'll show you what a witch can do. If I have to.
That's rough times.
Simply say the word. Nobody's dying here. I'm out of here.
Order must be preserved.
I'll show you what a witch can do.
I rise to
Still the
any
wrong person.
challenge. A brisk flight.
Whoa, assist range? That is mean. Oh my gosh, there's a
If you
dude
want
right
me,
there.
then
I'm here.
It was never in doubt.
I guess I am
Got the
deploying
sting
it.
of a scorpion.
Come then.
It's taking all that damage. My goodness.
To the next. Your orders? Very well. I rise to any
Need you
challenge.
to get out of here.
Victory is
magic
all
is
but
returning.
assured.
Let's see what you're capable of.
61. I think I'm going to change this to... I'm starting to think that this is not good. I'm starting to think, like, the way I'm using it too is not as great as I thought it was. It's so slow as well. What's going on? What? Oh, I didn't realize I could do that. Based on the number of assisting members. Oh. Well, if I got rid of that, that gives me less damage. That's 24 magic attack. That's 22. That's also charge. Oh, I can do this Vorpal. I don't think I like charge. This inflicts stun. If I do that, that means that I want quick cast. I do less damage this way. It's strange, but I want to see this play out.
Do you want to die? If you don't mind.
Don't let it happen again.
That crit down is out of there.
Maybe I overdid it.
Okay, that's why we do less damage, because you just instantly
Feeling
killed
lighter
them.
than ever.
I will take that.
Simply say the word.
Alright, that will be a little bit tougher because you're gonna pierce through everybody and just kill them.
Don't worry. Your fate is sealed. As I thought. If I have to.
Alrighty.
Your orders?
It's kind of a shame that I have to use you to
It shall be done.
I'll show you
do
what a
this
witch
kill.
can do. It'll be done.
What it is,
What
what it
magic
is.
should I grace you with? One of the many benefits.
This power weighs heavy.
Simply say the word. Nobody's dying here.
What about if
This'll
I
be fun.
brought
I'll show
you
you what
over
a witch
here?
can. Don't worry.
Come
This
on.
is the place.
Don't do this to me.
Face your demise.
You have my aid.
Here, you can have the maid. Forgot to cancel Hilda's
It was
movement.
never in doubt.
I've depleted my magic.
Yep. Put up super late.
Take your time. Relax.
This is a beast slayer for a row of enemies. Pretty nice.
Thanks.
It's not easy keeping my shelf stocked, but I do what I can to make a living. Thanks a million. Come on back with.
Romancing Saga 2, the type of game I enjoy watching others play. I've been watching Mr. JRPG play that, and let me just say that I have not played a Romancing Saga game, or a Saga game in general. Well, Romancing Saga specifically. Because those games concern me. Like, the obtuseness concerns me. Do I enjoy watching other people play it? I don't necessarily say I don't know if I would necessarily say that, but I have been watching Mr. JRPG play the remake at least. Okay, this is precisely not where I was trying to go. But there's a place I do need to go. When is it? Feed their legs from fewest to most. Rat, wolf, bear. so that's rough. Oh, right. I can't go up there because you want me to do that. Sucker foo, sucker foo. This a port? This is a port. Did I finish doing whatever I wanted to do at that port? I think I did. So it doesn't hold water, that you only watch games I'm interested in then? If you're going back to our prior discussion, there's a key factor that you're leaving out there, and it's that I don't initially watch people play games. I don't initially watch people play games that would be otherwise games that I would never watch. So let's say, let's say Bob out there wants to play Etrian Odyssey, and he's a brand new streamer. He's been streaming for 12 years. You know, who cares? And I stumble upon Bob's stream. I would never click into Bob's stream to watch them play Etrian Odyssey. Never happened. I have no interest in watching Etrian Odyssey. But let's say there's Frank, okay? And I've been watching Frank for 15 years. And I started watching them play a game that I really, really enjoyed. And I like watching them. And then they play Etrian Odyssey. I might watch, you know? I might watch. I might not, but I might watch. There's a possibility of that. And the difference there is I've already started watching that person play games that I enjoy, and I've been able to like build up aspects of what I like based off of watching games that I enjoy. So when they play games that I don't necessarily want to watch or want to view, the reason I'm watching is no longer for the game, but just to hang out. And when I'm watching streamers, first and foremost, I want to watch them play the game. There are, like, this is one reason why I don't typically gravitate towards like VTubers and things like that. It's because VTubers, a lot of the time, at least a lot of the times that I've seen, to not excessively overgeneralize, their VTuber model covers up, you know, like a third of the screen. And it's like, that's a third of the video game that I'm trying to watch. So, there's that. You ever heard the conversation earlier, but I am the unofficial DS RPG challenge runner. Gotta master more DS games, so you challenged me to Etrian Odyssey, rejected in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's, you'll get your points back for that one. I'm not gonna say I will never play Etrian Odyssey, because if somebody gave me $1 million to play one of the Etrian Odyssey games, I'd do it. Absolutely. But you know, short of some insane scenario like that, it's not really gonna happen.
Got the sting of a scorpion. Just say the word.
Oh. This looks pretty good.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna summon you.
Order must be
here.
preserved.
Oh, I only get that many whatchamacallits. Do I value speed? I'm probably spending more time thinking about it than
Test for
I
my
am
magic.
doing
Allow
this.
me.
Just do this the hard way.
Very well. Come then. To the next.
Bastard transit recording. You wish I played Etrian Odyssey after
Your strength's not
you did,
everything.
as you would have been excited to join me, but alas, you didn't want spoilers this time. You must be talking about Mr. JRPG or somebody, because I've never played Etrian Odyssey for good reason.
I would expect nothing less.
I was supposed to
If I have to.
bump up your experience. That did
You
not
got it.
happen.
Just say the word.
34 damage. That's my flyer. That is Lay Sadness.
Nobody's dying here.
What about if I summon some warriors to make life easier for me?
Just say the word. This'll be fun.
Okay, you're not supposed to kill them.
Never stood a chance.
Alright, you're too strong.
If I have to. Simply say the word. It'll be done. Stay in here for now. Just say the word.
You still have an archer.
Just say the word.
Oh, you still have an archer
I'll
as
show
well.
you what a witch can do. I'm on my way.
Let's make sure we kill this person in the back
Like
first.
you asked.
If you want me, then have me. It was never in doubt.
If I have to.
The crows are outside, screaming and yelling
Just say the word.
like suckers.
If I have to.
You're getting this kill.
Just say the word. Yep. If I have to. You got it.
Are we fast enough?
Let's see what you're capable of. I got you.
The difference is sunk cost fallacy.
All of Astorius. A victory years and
I would not attribute it to sunk cost
Better run while
fallacy.
you still
Oh
can.
my
I'm
gosh,
here.
these Suckafu pros. Okay, how can I save your life?
You have my aid.
All right. That was for Mr. JRPG? Aha, gotcha.
I can't wait for my next
Tempered in the crew.
Got more where that came. Both of us are quite pleased.
I'm gonna have to go outside and... Ooh, Griffin Glide, that's
Fair, you know?
going to be useful. But yeah, the difference is not sunk. Oh my, okay. I'll get back to that after I get these crows out of here. Just like 5 of them just screaming. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's so annoying. Yeah, that's great. All right, I'm gonna be right back. Okay. So I don't see it as a sunk cost fallacy at all, because it's something of like I'm terrible with analogies, so I shouldn't give any analogies.
Relax.
How do I want to approach this? Building up a, like, it has to do with where I want to spend my time to get to know somebody, or to get to know the type of content that they do.
Thanks.
I'm not gonna. There are things that I won't do in order to get to know somebody or to watch them. For example, and I fully recognize that I have an unorthodox, we'll say, is probably the nicest way you could say it, of approaching certain things. I used to watch Let's Plays on YouTube. And, this was something that I enjoyed doing a lot. But there were specific Let's Plays that I did not watch. And those were videos that were 15 minutes or less.
I shall see it done.
I just found that super annoying. And so, even though the Let's Player might have been the coolest, most interesting person out there, because they had 15-minute videos for their Let's Play, I wouldn't watch them. Yeah, it's just... I know I'm a weird person, but that's, it just like how it goes. I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch a game that I have no interest in playing, or someone I have like no knowledge of or understanding of, you know, like what they do. I would rather find all of that information and get to know how they do things for their stream, and then get to know, you know, them as a person or whatever when they're playing games that I would be interested in watching. Like nowadays, like before, I used to troll the Legend of Dragoon. I mean, not troll, but you know, I used to visit the Legend of Dragoon page and look for all the people that are playing Legend of Dragoon and see what they're doing, and you know, see if there's anybody's streams that I want to watch. I don't really do that anymore. I don't have a ton of time to invest in that stuff because I'm putting that time towards other things. So that's a long-winded way of saying life is hard. 60 damage. Oh, I need to get you. I need to change this back. That just made things worse. All right. Well, this is not going to work out for you.
Just say the word. I'm out of here. A test for my magic.
What about for you? Let's see. Those are scouts.
I'll show you what a witch can do. I'll be going now.
Right. Well,
Order must be preserved. Your orders?
it's looking like some people are just gonna fall behind. So I can't really
A brisk flight.
fight anything here, and I can't fight anything in the other place either. Please enlighten us. What games am I interested in watching on a first-time basis? Since clearly some exist. Once again,
If you want me, then have me.
my range for these things have decreased over time because
To the
of
next.
how I'm approaching
Allow me.
watching stuff. But as an example, if I've already beaten a game,
Come then.
I'm much more inclined to watch somebody play that game.
Reason rules the day.
If there's a game that I've always wanted to play but never had the ability to, and will continue to not have the ability to, like Albert Odyssey, for example, I'd watch, you know, people play that. I think where I'm going with this is there's tons of games out there that I'd be willing to watch, especially games that I might not be interested in playing, but would be fine watching somebody play.
Take your time. Relax.
Follow-up attack, column of enemies with the piercing strike. After an ally attacks. Okay.
Thank
It's not easy keeping my shelves stocked, but I do what I can to make a living. Thanks a million.
Just have good sound insulation. You can't hear anything about the crows. Well, lucky you. There's actually like 5 of them outside. They're just screaming and yelling. So annoying.
should be fun.
So do you value bonding with other streamers? Lies in the face with you with your discussion before. You were forward about bonding between us. And that comes back to your other question, which games fit the description of being interested in watch? Other things like watching streamers play games you don't like. So I'm not going out to watch streams with the sole what's the way I want to say this? Like, I don't go, like, the reason I watch streams is not to get to know the streamer. It's because they're playing a game that I'm interested in watching. Like, that's the absolute first barrier of entry when it comes to people that I don't already watch. So, like, that's the first hurdle you have to get over, is you have to be playing a game that I want to watch, and then I have to then be interested in watching that game, and then find your stream and watch you at the time that you are streaming, which is kind of how it generally works across the board, right? You know, like, a lot of people find other people by happenstance. I don't know why I'm letting that go through. I don't think you get experience for this, but I'm gonna do that. We have a lot of axe users, so that's going to be useful. You need a list of that when choosing what you play for yourself. Albert Odyssey is like a Sega Saturn game, so you know, good luck with. I just use that one as an example. Again, like right now, I'm not going out and, like, I haven't looked for another streamer for the sole purpose of watching them play a game that I'm interested in playing in probably like 2 years. It's been a very long time since I've done that. This is interesting. This can be equipped on Morden, who is a hammer person. So this is gonna go on Celeste, Fran, or Albin. I don't think Albin needs it. Bruno's got a pretty good one. I can give it to Berengaria. Celeste is in team 2. Fran is in team 4, which is already my giga awesome team. I think I can give this to Celeste. That could be a mistake. Let's give this to you. And then you have a 17. I like that question mark. Bear in mind some of these written for your responses. Yeah, I do. There's no need for happenstance when we have direct conversation. I'm just trying to keep it general, you know, just in case. Like, I don't want this to be. I don't want this to be a scenario where it's like, I don't watch you because X, Y, and Z that's only attributed to you. Like, these are reasons why I don't watch the other 14 million people on Twitch, or, you know, however many people stream on Twitch. 14 million is probably a little small. Ryman should be just ahead here. Let us commence our preparations and deploy when ready. I'm just gonna go double check this. And these questions about what you would like you to play are open-ended. Anyone here is welcome to respond to them. Okay. We're gonna experiment. I think I can kill this guy right now. Pressing the wrong buttons. Where is Aaron, I think? Oh, that is worse. Now I have to remember who I kicked out. Who is right here? Alvin was. Who was then kicked out for... Thought it was the other spear lady. Looks like it was. Where is she? Oh, it was Yana. Okay, so what about if I moved you into the front row? Okay, we're getting closer. About if I moved you into the front row? Not quite. What about if I brought you back? Not quite. Not quite. Hey, Romeo. Not quite. Man, we are so close. reducing the damage that I'm taking, but it's not... Alright, so this is the best one. I'm so close. What about... if I gave you back this? Again, not that far off. What about... I swapped out you like a Berengaria. There we go. Aha! We can watch this.
Forward. I'll go first. Any last words?
Better heal up.
Now! Go!
You are getting absolutely destroyed. Debuff immunity? What is this?
Not bad. Set a plan.
Saving your mage is life is hard incarnate. That's Berengaria dead. Oh, that's all of you dead too. Alright, big damage. Sucker. I actually only lost two characters out of that. Truly marvelous. Not only have you earned the affection of your citizens, you have demonstrated the strength required to see them safe amidst even the most tempestuous seas. Future King of Cornea, take in your hand the sacred blade and vanquish the evil which plagues our land. Ah, debuff immunity. I lose out on stats, though. That sword, 'tis superbly done, your highness. It is the very soul of Cornea, made manifest, entrusted to me by mine own grandfather. I only hope I can honor his memory, and that of all my ancestors who rest in this tomb. I've no doubt you shall do that and more, my prince. Oh, I got a signet ring as well. Maybe that'll give me my stats back. Alright, now I gotta fix this abomination that I've done here. Make leader. You here. That correct? I think that is correct. Make sure this is the right person. You're the damage dealer. You're the healer. Think that's correct. Think. Yeah, losing out on 5 stats is not necessarily what I would want. Oh, this also gives debuff immunity. Equipable by all classes. What about this? Ah, unfortunate. What about this? Okay. I'm gonna take the reduction in stats just because, you know, debuff immunity and all that good stuff, but is sad. I gotta give this to somebody. Sword users. Get rid of this hollowed blade. You can have this. Okay, now we have a ring for debuff immunity. I'm gonna give this to somebody. I feel like it would be very nice on a frontliner. Most likely Berengaria or yourself. Oh, that's why you're using that. Because they're afflicted. I think the stun is better. I feel like I should... Oh, that's why. Yeah. All right, I'm going to give it to you. I think your options here are pretty limited. Should probably put it on this guy, but oh, what you gonna do? I don't necessarily know if I want you to do row protection. Now, Great Shield, I want you doing that. But row protection? I don't really know if that helps me. Alright, well, I'm the Bomb Diggity. On a level 40. Came out victorious. What else Oh, main story was over here. All right, I'm gonna catch up on chat, and then we'll probably end this VOD after that. But I figure this discussion needs more of my attention, so I will do that for right now. You mean at the end of the day, myself and everyone here doesn't want you, even though they know you, they do watch me, so you're trying the noble endeavor to get to the bottom of it. I can only speak for myself. I don't know why anybody else doesn't watch anybody else. I'll even go as far as to say, I don't know why some of the people that watch me watch some of the people that I see them watch. Like if sometimes I visit my channel in incognito mode to like check a VOD or something like that. And on the left-hand side, there's a viewers that watch Axelrod also watch these people. And then I go look at those people and I was like, I don't know what the correlation here is. You know, what about me makes people watch them, and what about them makes them watch me? It's an enigma, to say the least. I see some point redemptions. I will add those. Tails to Zilia. There's that. Ilya gets 5,000. And Mr. JRPGs gets rejected. Okay. So yeah, like I'll go about it this way. Most, if not all, of my free time has been going into YouTube videos. For the encounter report, you know, I think the encounter report is the only time where I am actively seeking out other people to get like their playthroughs and things like that. That's the only time, but even that is somewhat limited because I already have, like, I've already listed out a bunch of people that I want for the, or not I want, but like I already listed out people who have played games for specific encounter report videos. And so when I'm going through that, list and be like, okay, let me watch this person's playthrough. And if that falls through and doesn't work out, then I'll move on to like the next person or whatever. In a situation where I'm in right now, with one game, I didn't have enough people on my list, so I actively go seeking out other people to do that. I went through a bunch of Twitch channels and YouTube channels and stuff like that, and eventually found a collection of people that could be eligible for this one, and so I'm going through those. But like that's basically the only time that I'm actually doing that. And if you want to, like, I can't tell you that like you play this game and you'll be part of the encounter report, because there's more to it than that. For example, I finished the Octopath Traveler encounter report however long ago. And I remembered that you said, oh, I want to be part of the encounter report. And I had gone through your channel sometime after that and found various playthroughs that you had done. And I was like, oh, Adrenaline did Octopath Traveler. So I added you to the short list. And then I went to your playthrough and I saw that it was like 90 hours or something like that. And you only completed like 3 or 4 characters, like routes, or like one, like the chapters or whatever. And I was like, well, I can't use this one because your times are so drastically different from everyone else's, which isn't necessarily a disqualifier. I have some other playthroughs that have that, and it's rough times, but you had only, at least from what I could see without going through the entire thing, obviously I skimmed through some stuff to see where you were at and stuff. It was an incomplete playthrough, so I wouldn't even be able to reasonably compare that in the same way that I wanted to for everyone else. Granted, there has been a scenario where that did kind of occur, but it was a different game and a different circumstance, and that to me was like super interesting, rather than like, oh, the game is just, there's still more game to go and it hasn't been done yet. So yeah, like for Octopath Traveler, I think most people beat it in like 50 to 60 hours with all characters. And like if you were to continue at the same pace, you'd probably be at like 200 hours or something like that. And that is, I don't want to watch anybody play a game for 200 hours, let alone myself watch myself play a game for 200 hours, which, is part of the reason why I had to rein things in for like Breath of the Wild and things like that. It's like I could play, or not Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. It's like I could play Tears of the Kingdom for probably 150 hours and I'd enjoy all of it. But at some point I have to be like, no, all right, just play the game, beat the game in a reasonable amount of time. So yeah, that's that's that, I guess. So with all of my time being devoted to YouTube videos, a lot of the streams that I'm watching are mostly just, like in the background or whatever. You had mentioned Romancing Saga 2 earlier. I'm watching Mr. JRPG play Romancing Saga 2 because it's on my third monitor. And, sometimes when work kind of slows down, I'll unmute his stream or whatever, and he'll talk about something or he'll say something. Just the other day, I had let him know that he missed the yellow eyeball guy. And I was literally watching the stream for probably like 20 minutes. And I unmuted the stream and I was like, oh, did you just miss a yellow eyeball guy? And like not long after that, I muted the stream up again and went to go do whatever I was doing. So like that's just how things have been rocking for me. I haven't really been given a lot of time to watch people, even on my follow list, because I'm pouring so much time into YouTube. Which, by the way, I have to throw this out there that the absolute worst thing about making YouTube videos, in my opinion, is you get it to completion and you're like, I'm happy with my YouTube video. And then you sit on it for weeks, days, weeks, months, or even years. And it just sits there waiting to be released. 1000% the worst thing. Sometimes I just want to just put it all out there, but life is hard. You're generally amazed how quick other people are, though you have completed all 8 character stories in both Octopath Travelers. Did you do it on stream? Because the last VOD that I saw that was assigned to the Octopath Traveler category for you was you had like approximately 90 hours played, and there were still other people's chapters on the map to complete. It's possible, I don't know, maybe it's on like YouTube or something. I have no idea. It's been a while since I've checked. 3 monitors? Nerd. You're actually jealous. It's nice to have 3 monitors. I actually want a 4th. I just with a standing desk, and like my camera being right here, I don't think I can make that work. The way you play games is very different from everyone else. You don't buckle at challenges. You don't choose easy peasy difficulties to keep the flow. You stick hard at really difficult fights, knowing you will figure it out eventually, but eventually can take way too much time for other people. Fair enough. Take great satisfaction in beating the seemingly impossible. You did indeed. And you tried the weird final boss, but only got to the ladder transformation. Okay. 4, how big is my desk? My desk is not that big. I know this is not much of a scale and can't actually see it, but like here. My monitor would be at, like, the 4th monitor would be up here. So I'd have this monitor, I'd have this monitor, I'd have this monitor, and then I'd have a monitor up here. That's the idea. But I don't think I'll ever have 4 monitors. with the current installation setup that I have now. Maybe if I had like a ceiling arm or something like that, you know, that would be satisfactory. But is there anything else that you want to ask about the view request, or why I don't watch people, or whatever? I'm not trying to hide anything. If I missed anything, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna mark, and we're gonna move on. Remember that movie Swordfish? Imagining that? I have not seen Swordfish. Not seen a lot of movies. Actually, I did watch Matrix Revolutions, or Resurrection, the newest Matrix movie. That movie is very weird, and not in a Matrix weird, in a like, this is a strange movie to make when you have made the original Matrix. Now granted, a lot of people didn't like Matrix 1 and 3, or 2 and 3, but absolutely loved 1. And Matrix Resurrections is just a strange direction to take. At the moment, the only thing you want to get more of is games I have either in the past or otherwise been motivated to watch. But you're piecing the picture bit by bit and will keep the games I've finished in mind. To give you a little bit more insight on that, so there's a well, if I were to convey this without, based off of everything that I've said thus far, which is, I'm not necessarily like, I haven't been seeking out other streamers to watch on like any basis. And of the limited time that I do watch people, it's been people that are already on my watch list, and even then I'm not watching them hardly at all. But to then like transfer that, or to continue that into, okay, what games can I play to get Axelrod to watch me? Like it starts going down even more funnels. Like games that I've already done Pantheon episodes for, which is me rewatching the playthrough and making a video on. Those would qualify. Can't necessarily say I like, but would I be seeking those games out to watch? Again, going back to the original thing of, I'm not really seeking out people to watch, so that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to find the circumstance or whatever to play or to watch somebody play that. But there's also like the top end of the games that I've most recently finished are probably games that I think would be the most qualifying. Like, well, stuff and stuff. But like, the most recent games that I've played are are ones that I probably would not shy away from watching somebody, because by the time I need to get around to watching those, I would you know, like years will have passed or what have you. But when you get into like the middle of the pack games, that's where things get dicey. And that's where like the majority of those games fall, you know, like if somebody's playing Xenogears right now, I wouldn't watch them, even though I've already played and beaten Xenogears. And that's because I haven't rewatched it for my Pantheon episode. So like, you know, I'm in a weird spot when it comes to these things. Guess there's the question of what motivated you to play Bakura with Grayson when he said to you that you don't like the idea of cooperative streaming. The cooperative streaming thing might have been misinterpreted. Grayson approached me and was like, "Hey, do you want to play Bakura?" And I was like, "Sure, you know, let's find a schedule that works for that." I've played a lot of co-op games on, maybe not a lot, but I've played plenty of co-op games on stream. I've played the We Are Here games. I've played I got 7 other people together to play Pico Park, which, let me tell you, that game was so much fun. But rounding up 7 freaking people on a specific schedule timeline to play a game is like 1000% one of the most awful things in the world. Scheduling things with people, one of the worst things in the world. Have you noticed that I haven't done E3 stuff this year? And probably won't do the Game Awards stuff this year? It's because I'm sick and tired of scheduling stuff. Stuff comes up, people don't send in their schedules or say anything, and like it's I hate it. I hate it so much. So but I did It Takes Two. I've done a ton. Not a ton. I've done co-op stuff with people. I've done it with Grayson. I've done it with Dante. I did it with Cyanesis. And done it with Ken when we played Portal 2. I've done it. I think those are all the 2-person co-ops. And then Pico Park was Mr. JRPG, Noah the Otter, Fat Pat, Phoenix. I'm going to miss people. Ken was there. Cyanesis was there. And trying to remember the last person. Last person's always the tough one. If I went to go look at my Discord list, I'll just go look at my Discord list. Who was that mysterious final person? Rot. Rot was also there. Terra Tilbo. I forgot that he was there. So, yeah. To be fair, you don't watch much Twitch either. Mr. Axelrod happens to be running at the sweet spot where you're working and want something on in the background. In general, Mr. Axelrod has the right amount of talk and play for background work noise. Interesting. You typically start late, mixture of grinding hours at remote work and sometimes want to veg out. Veg out. Or do leisure stuff before streaming for hours. Yeah, like I have my work schedule from last week and this week is a little bit more restrictive. In that I'm losing an hour of like a maximum hour of streaming and whatnot. But hopefully after this week, things will fall into place. E3, what's that? The Electronic Gaming Expo. It's no longer around anymore. I still call it E3. There's a week in June. It's usually like the first week of June or the second week of June, depending on like where the dates line up. Where all the major gaming companies would come together and they would put on presentations about what games are going to be coming out in the near and somewhat distant future. And they'd have trailers and announcements and like demos and all kinds of crazy stuff. And it was this big thing in gaming, and then it died, and everybody was sad. But okay, looks like we have reached the conclusion of this. Oh, you did say Pantheon, a feature on my YouTube. Pantheon is a series that I am making where some people have asked me like, where do you rank certain games that you've played? And Pantheon is my answer to that. I put out an episode 0 of Pantheon, which was me ranking all of the games that I've done up to Ghost of Tsushima, which is a total of 117 games, based off of nothing but the nostalgia that I had for them at that time. So I didn't explain any reasoning or anything like that. I just ranked them. And so for Pantheon episodes 1 through whatever, I'm giving my reasoning, or like I'm watching my playthrough, and then I'm detailing how I felt when I was playing the game, and then how I feel when I'm watching the game, and then I mush that all up into a ranking of the game. So like I'll have a top 100 list, and it will progressively, like, the entries in that will shuffle around and things like that based off of episodes that are coming in later. If I rank Unicorn Overlord, let's just say at 25 or whatever, it could end up at 50 25 episodes later, if all the other games that I play get slotted ahead of it. I kind of want to change how I'm doing the videos, but I'm probably not going to do it. I'm probably just going to keep the same format that I'm in. But whatever. I haven't released any of those videos yet. I'm thinking about doing that next year. We'll see. For you, ranking some games would be something like Diofield Chronicle 5, Unicorn Overlord 6, Triangle Strategy 8, 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim 9 out of 10. Well, I wouldn't be giving them like review scores. I would be I'm like if someone were to ask you what's your top 10 video games that you've played, that would be the ranking that I would be illustrating. But it would be on at least right now, it's on a scale of 1 to 100. So I think how many episodes do I have done right now? I have 25 Pantheon episodes done. So if you were to watch the 25th episode, you would see my top 25 games up to that point. Sort of. I don't show all 25 games all the time. It depends on where the game slots. But yeah, all right. We're gonna move on.